Gemini, I keep hearing for you. I've always got an eye on you, and I've got an eye for you. So, or someone has alchemy, or something to do with Natalie. But I've always got my eye on you constantly, all the time, and I'm always checking up to make sure that you're okay. So then, Kaylee, Casey, Cassandra. But I've always got a eye on you just to make sure. Something to do with iron levels, and I keep checking my blood. Someone could be looking after an elderly patient, and you might work for that kind of thing, or Stephen. But like you work in a patient's where you're looking after someone. Okay, so it might be an elderly resident or a parent or situation like that. I definitely keep hearing like I'm always checking up on you just to make sure that you're all right, that you've got everything. It might be a parenting mother kind of situation or something, but I'm always checking up on you every single day, giving you a phone call, blah, 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 whether it be phone call or visit. But I definitely keep hearing like visitational rights or something to do with that around needing to visit and just to keep checking up on someone. And like, are you all right? Have you got everything? Have you got food? Have you got water? Have you got this? Have you got that? Blah, blah, blah. And definitely like keeping, I don't think it's a creepy energy, Gemini, of what they're saying around keeping an eye on you. I think it's someone that needs support or needs help. But definitely if you're in a love situation, there's something that's going on here where I'm always got my eye on you just to make sure that you're all right. So basically, it doesn't mean that the person's spying. I would just say that what they're doing is probably checking up on you constantly all the time just to make sure that you're all right throughout the day, blah, 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 so on and so forth. It might be where you talk quite a lot on the phone, so you might not live with the partner or the person. And if it isn't a partner or person that you have, then it's somebody that you ring up or you just pop around just to see every single day just to make sure that they're okay. Okay, I definitely keep hearing that for a lot of you that you got coming. I don't think it's what you've got coming up. I think it's pretty much what you've been doing. I'm also hearing the name Scott or someone from Scotland. Okay, but like I keep phoning. See, I don't see like what they're saying is that ET phoned home basically. So Elliot or anybody beginning with E or Emily, Melissa, Maria, Michael, Jackson, Julie, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. Okay, but I constantly always check up on you just to make sure that you have everything. Now, what is that? Is that because somebody is ill and that they're unable to go out, like disabled, or they're unable to go out because of some reason? And because they are, someone has to come over and check up on them. And if they can't, I mean, is there like a vaccination of flu or like COVID or something here? I don't know, or David, or D, anybody beginning with D, okay? But like somebody could be like under the weather or something and they're not able to do that and you can't go round and you have to phone them up. Okay, so if not, and it isn't anything to do with that, then it's obviously because there may be distance between you and your partner and they're at work or they don't live with you and you constantly ring them up all the time just to check up on them. But I think that there's a lot of mothery type sort of channeled messages that seem to be coming through for you, Gemini. But what I keep hearing is it's daily. It's daily. It's something that I'm repetitively doing daily. Pretty much like this. But like something that I keep doing daily, and it might be someone that I check up on them each morning, each night, each afternoon, like morning, afternoon, night, and I check up and I check up and I check up and I check up. So some of you might work at a check-out centre, or you're constantly checking someone out going, how are you doing? I'm always checking you out. Okay, so it might be checking out someone thinking, damn, you're hot, right? But like it could be like a check-out centre, like, beep, come in, madam, hello, yeah, beep, right? And you're just constantly checking things out, like churning in, churning out, churning in, churning out. So it would have anything to do, like, say, for instance, I have a Gemini moon, and I do this as tarot readings, okay? Daily readings, check in, check out, check in, check out, check in, check out. Some of you, like I say, it might be a shop that you work in and you constantly work in this shop. If it isn't, it's someone that just pops over or rings you, okay? It's one or the other, or all of the above, I really don't know. But that's what they keep saying, keeping an eye on my levels also, so insulin levels, anything to do with around diet maybe that you could be doing and stuff like that. If you haven't seen this channel before, I channel a load of messages, then we look into your tarot, okay? But like I definitely keep hearing like I'm checking my levels just to make sure that everything's fine around like insulin, blood levels, doctor's appointments, so on and so forth, making sure, checking up, making sure that everything is working fine. Okay, some of you might be, I'm also hearing that works for the MRC or something like that, of like quality control. Okay, like manager, like manage or anage or an. Okay, but like a manager, okay, so like, you know, I check in, you're right, everybody got what they need, everybody knows what they're doing, blah blah blah, you know what you're doing, right, you've got your tasks, great, brilliant, you all know what you're doing, you know, that kind of thing, like, so like a manager or someone that kind of Sorry if I keep repeating myself, it's just the spirit. Managing people, okay. Now, some of you, if you're kind of like managing yourself and you manage your own company, it's just kind of like churning things in, churning out, all that sort of stuff. And I'm just going through all of my workload and so on and so forth, and just churning in money and churning it out kind of stuff, right? Distributing, like some of you work for the Tribute, Jack Black, Tribute, tribunal. Some of you might be thinking about going to court and disputing some kind of energy that may be legal or anything like that, or the name Lee or Leanne or Lisa or Laura or Lucy, Lucifer, Capricorn. But Gemini, you can watch this as a Capricorn because it's a 6, like we always say on this channel. If you don't know how I read in numbers. On the top of a Gemini card is a number 6, as well as does that say that exact same number on a Capricorn energy. So if the relations of names and channeled stuff definitely really sounds like that, it's because you can watch the same kind of reading. Okay, if you don't know, the videos explain it below. It's my method. Okay, so what they're saying is that there seems to be a lot of like a just distribute kind of energy of I might want to face the court in order to see if I stand a chance winning something. So it might be like where you are really considering like maybe looking for some money or something like that, and if I go to court, would I win or would I not win, and stuff, all that kind of thing. I'm also hearing Ed or Edwina or Edwin, okay, or Edwin Collins. 5:25 on a Monday morning, so 5, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Taurus, or you could have it in your chart, or a life path 5. 5:25 on a Monday morning, I'm lying in my unmade bed, and outside the days there's a new day dawning. Melissa, dawn. As the sky turns from black to red, I can't sleep a wink. So 9, Virgo, life path 9, can't sleep a wink, I'm struggling sleeping. But I'm losing control, I'm doubled up in agony. So won't you help me unfold? So, yeah, Edwin Collins. So something around bedside manner. So like hospitals, bedside, someone like you're always by their beds. Some of you, it could be like someone that's in the Marine, unless your name's Marina or Maria or something like that. And it might be regimented stuff of stand by your beds. You might be okay. They're saying that you might be buying a bed. Stand by my man. Stand by my beds. So you might be buying a bed from Mattress World or something like that. Okay, and you're thinking about buying a bigger bed. Some of you, it's stand by your man, where you could be a very loyal person. Could be involving a Virgo, or like something to do around loyalty, or the name Laura or Lucy or Lucifer, and I am constantly like loyal to my man, okay? But like I'm very loyal to the person that I'm with. So they're definitely picking up home is where the heart is, loyalty is where the heart is. So it's kind of like making a home for something, or home base. Like you might be going to home base and buying flat packs and stuff like that of a bed or a mattress or something, or doing the house up. So sorry, I snap out of it, and I think people must think I'm fucking weird when they don't understand what channeling is. They just find the channel of like, this is bizarre, it's different. Oh, honestly, right? You want something different? Do you want the same old boring shit? Nah, I'd get bored with that. Okay, so you've kind of got this energy of like flat packs, boarding pass. They're saying boarding pass, collect, go to jail, J. I don't know what that is, 200 quid, something about £200. Boarding pass, passport. Some of you might need a passport, okay? So you might be going on holiday or travelling somewhere and you need a passport, or considering it. Home base, like home base, like home. I don't know if you've got home base, but it's generally a load of things where there's homely stuff that you can buy, okay? So like home base, or you might be just generally browsing homes, like, okay, right, there's 2 instances there, they're saying. One is for general public of you going to move somewhere into a new home and you're browsing. And then there's also home, which is what they call here, there's a place that is for elderly residents. Okay, it's called a home, basically, but it's called a home, the hall, I don't know, there's loads of different ones, but they're generally based around the hall, the home. Okay, so elderly residential places for elderly of homes, like secondary homes, okay? So like mainly around elderly people that live in a sanctioned place of like security, that kind of thing, gated community, security checks. Some of you are checking on all of your security like myself because I was scammed. Be careful of scammers. There's a lot of them about at the moment, sending a lot of emails and a lot of telephone calls that are telling you about you should have had a parcel delivered and Steve fell for that and now I need a new card that's delivered. So everything has had to change. But yeah, I got scammed. Stupidly enough, I fell for it because I was waiting for this deck that I'm actually going to be reading from in a minute. When it was coming from America, I waited 3 weeks, and stupidly, I really thought it's about time that turned up. So they must be tracking background information of travelling, export, just people that scam, right? So just be very careful around things of like receiving a lot of emails, what you click on, like text messages, definitely. If it says, click on this link and put in your details, don't do anything like that, right? So just be very careful around that. If you have, check your bank accounts, right? Because I'm a Gemini moon. It has happened to me. It could well be happening or happen to you. So be very careful around scamming, okay, what they're saying. So basically clicking on stuff, you know, home base, you owe for a television that you never had or something. You know, just always make sure that you check up on the number, right? Because you could be, what they're saying is you could be receiving a lot of fucking, someone could have been in your, I don't know how people do it, but basically they track your phone numbers and internet-based things that you buy, cookies and God knows what else. Not eating cookies, cookies on your computer. And they pretty much know what you're going to buy, when you're going to buy it, when to send you an email, when to send you a fucking text message, and you think, oh, this relates to what I am waiting for, I'll put my more details in. Don't do that, okay? So learn by my mistake. Hands up, I made a mistake, don't do it anymore, okay? Anything can always be rectified if you don't pay it because of the amount of scams now. So if you're always worried, phone the person directly, okay? Don't take any phone calls like I did that were actually making out that they were my bank and they fucking actually wasn't my bank, okay? You might even work in a place like this, right? Who lives in a place like this? I'm picking up someone that works in a bank, okay, bank. Believe it or not, right? I am nowhere near in debt. Like, I've got, like, good business mind, right? I ain't going to divulge into my life. But I actually went to my bank with all of my great catalogue of fucking credit history of never being in debt. And I wanted a credit card where I could do transactions, where I could do a, what do they call that? It's not a transaction. To do from one credit card to another credit card, and then you pay off a credit card with another credit card, so on and so forth, and you do all this kind of stuff. So you could transfer, that's like a transfer it off to a better degree of like, you know, you get 12 months transfer free, blah, 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 at 2 point whatever. Okay, fucking won't let me have one. They're like, no. I'm like, what? You turn me down, really? Have you seen my account? But like, yeah, I mean, some of you might be looking into credit rating, credit history, that kind of stuff, so on and so forth, credit cards, transfers, bank transfer. I mean, that's the way you do it now, right, is bank transfers. If you do credit rating. I mean, if you guys are interested in that, my advice, which I'm not a banker, but if you are, look into the Amazon MasterCard, basically, because they give you, it's very good, because they don't go off the same credit rating. Amazon credit card, okay, you get a £50 voucher to buy stuff free, okay, so you get straight off £50 voucher. You don't have to use the credit card, okay. If you do, make sure that when you buy things on Amazon, that you've changed the card, because they automatically put your credit card to your history of Amazon Prime, so everything that you buy, it goes on to the credit card. And if you don't want that, make sure that you click on it, because if you don't know, you're probably building up loads of fucking debt, right? Because you probably think that it's going out through your cards that you put in, so on and so forth, right? But, you know, that kind of stuff, right? So you might be, so that's very good. You get 6 months, I think. So that kind of stuff, right? So the Amazon card, right? What else have we got for you that you might be looking into? I don't know. I think it's credit rating, credit history, because it builds up great credit history. It builds it up, you see. The more you do, you've got to pay it off. You must pay it off. Right? Always pay your debts, right? But the good way of doing it is buying something, okay? Pay off the minimal amount for a week or so, and then just pay it all off, okay? And then just keep doing that, and that'll build up your credit rating, okay? If you're worried about credit and credit history and credit ratings, and that I can't get this and I can't get that, it's because you need to build it up. That's why. And as far as my advice would be at the moment, it is Amazon. Okay, so it might be worthwhile you looking into it there. And then once you've done 12 months, you go up to a better card. Okay, so it's up to you guys if you are worried about anything like that. Okay. So let's see, but always make sure that you've got great security, stuff like that. Okay, so let's see. Look into third, and what do you call it? I don't know why this is relevant, but it might be for some of you. But make sure that you all do the 3-step, 2-step verification. Okay, so it verifies it by this, verifies it by that, comes through your phone, verifies, and everything is backed up and verified. Okay, that you have great, strong passwords, you have really good 2-step clarification, so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So Gemini, what they got coming up, please, this week? So we look at the steampunk deck, and then we look into the hidden truth of what your shadow side wants you to know, Gemini. Okay, allow that shit to come to you. Okay, so I don't know. Some of you are just kind of like just allowing things to happen. Okay, so you're kind of like generally going with the flow, and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to generally allow things. Now, if any of you are kind of like, you know what, I really want a decent man, right? And how do I get a decent man? Go the fuck out. Get out of your house, okay? Go on Plenty of Fish. Go on dating websites. Go to a nightclub or a club or a pub or a restaurant. But at least, please do not be one of those people that sits there and want to know what love is about and when are they going to turn up and you don't participate. Feminine energies have to seek out a man they want, okay? So you have to be there, okay? Be there, don't be square, be there, okay? I'll be there. Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, son, Jackie's. Allow that shit to come to you, okay? So basically, but if you're sitting back and you're thinking, I'm just going to sit back and wait for someone knocks on my door, don't work, okay? But allow that shit to come to you, okay? Might be like an epiphany moment. Like I just need to wait for this final piece of information, okay? Let's see. And sorry for everybody that seems to be coming up crazy, but if you come up crazy in the comment section, I've just took people off because you're coming up slightly weird there. Sorry, it's kind of like sometimes I feel like I've got like internet stalkers that keep trying to get my attention. Like, listen, focus on me, Steve. I've cracked the no. Anyway, let's see. Sorry, I'm just putting that one straight out there. If you come up crazy, I can't be dealing with crazy. Okay, Gemini. Change your perspective of fucking quiet. What? Man, I am so dyslexic. Revelate. Change your perspective or fucking quit. So basically it's kind of like revolutionizing something, I would think, right? And it's change your perspective or just fucking quit. Like I say, it might be where you've kind of like constantly keep trying to do something. And I get this all the time, and I'm so sorry that I have to keep talking about people that keep trying to set up. Right, I've made a decision, Gemini. Everybody keeps asking me about YouTube, about wanting my attention to give you all subscribers, okay, to do this and to do that. How do you channel? How do you do these things? How do you read cards? How do you know? What do you do? What your experience is? I'm going to make a separate tier, okay, on Patreon, and I'm going to try and do it as fair as possible. And I'm going to teach you all guys about reading tarot cards, my experiences, any knowledge that I have, how to read tarot cards, how I channel, what that would represent, how to set up a YouTube channel, the effort that you have to put in, the time you have to put in. If you're worried about it, okay, you've got to do it for 3 years without any income whatsoever. How to set it up, what to do, okay, don't look for money. Do's and don'ts, reading cards, channeling, why, okay, everything is. I'm just going to do separate videos and I'm going to make a channel, okay, because I keep picking up that there is someone here or some people that constantly say that I am like psychic and everything else and that I need your attention and I'm psychic. But I look at people's channels and you've got like 4 videos or 300 videos and the SEO score is like 2, okay, and you're trying to be a tarot card reader when there are 10 billion of them. 10 billion of them. And then people get bored, they get fed up, they get frustrated, and they quit. Okay, they quit. That isn't to say that you don't have a gift. It's because you're trying to do a niche of something that everybody else has been doing for fucking centuries. Okay, so it's about using your mind, of revolutionizing something and doing something different, right? Vlogging, right? Or something like that. But, you know, it's, you know, everybody... I look at these channels and they all leave them, okay, and I look at them and think, my God, it's so fucking boring. I'm sorry, but I do. It's like, it's about captivation. It's not about talking about yourself for 25 minutes and getting out books and telling everybody how spiritual you are before you've even got out a deck of cards, or that you want a channel but you start channeling and you haven't built up credibility of trust in people showing them what they want. There is loads that come to this. You have to start off. This is going to be over on Patreon, okay? But like, you know, you have to start off building up a rapport of trust first and captivation, learning your craft, reading cards, okay? When you've got an audience is when you can start changing it by channeling. But if you just go straight to a channel and they've got like 2 views, and like, listen, I had a song and it's like this, and then, yeah. So anyway, it's got a cup on it and a horse. It's boring as fuck, I'm sorry, but you ain't going to get anywhere, right? You really ain't. Y'all got to, there's a certain method to madness, right? In order to believe people that you're not crazy, don't come across as fucking crazy. Because if you do, people are instantly going to think, what the fuck is this about? Like they do me. What the fuck is this about, man? I don't get it. It's weird fucking shit. Especially if you're just starting off. You're like, right, I'm going to go straight into channeling. And I've seen a horse on a cart. It's, yeah, it could be called Carter. Jackie Carter. Right. Takes practice, but don't go straight into that. Okay. Get to the point. Right. It's very difficult, but all of my knowledge that I have in my head, I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start doing this fucking Patreon that everybody keeps asking me to do, of knowledge, education, like just whatever it is that you want to know. You also have a chance to tell me what you want as well. And I'll do videos on it, okay? But, you know, I do get it a lot, and I thought the best way to do it is try and be fair with everybody and make it equally priced. What am I doing, man? Let's just forget this shit, Gemini. Because I can feel, when you're a tarot reader, you just feel everybody like clicking off and like, we don't want to learn, we just want to know. Okay. And then you get people that do. Can never please everybody, Gemini. You do what you feel best, right? You do what feels good to you. So let's feel. Let's feel. Let's feel. Someone's all up in their feelings, or from Highfields or Sheffield, or somewhere that's field, okay, that has field in it. Parkfield, Donington, Wimbledon, somewhere that has fields in it, or field. Like a close field, or close that has a sign on it that says close. Okay, you know, like you go down avenues and it says close, or fields, or something like that. Some of you might be walking the dog, or thinking about, I'm actually thinking about trying to get a dog. But like getting a dog, walking the dog on a field, going for walks in a field, something around green fields, or raving, cream fields. Okay, so it might be like bands, that kind of stuff, planning to go to cream fields, or like a rave type sort of bands thing that is going to be like fields. Okay, fields. Strawberry fields forever, Trevor. Strawberry fields, Strawberry Fair, might be Cambridge, you could be from Britain and you live near Cambridge, or you're from Cambridge. Divine living in Cambridge. But like in London, right? But yeah, you could be from Britain. Anyway, let's see. Gemini. So I'm sorry, okay, so this is the hidden truth, right? Sorry, I've completely gone into too much channeling here where I can't concentrate on your card reading. So what are we looking into? We are looking into what your dark side wants to know. Okay, so this could also be messages from your partner, but I'm sorry, it seems to be the hardest one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for causing you such harm. What is Gemini's dark side? Let's just get rid of that one. What does Gemini's dark side want to tell them? What does Gemini's dark side want to tell Gemini? We are more alike than I admit. Okay, so someone might not be admitting the fact that you are just like this person. You like this person and they like you, Gemini, I feel, for a lot of you. And the ego could be there quite a lot, which it always is, okay? And I'm feeling that this person struggles sometimes to maybe tell you that we are basically exactly the same as one another, or your mother, okay? But we are more alike than I admit, than I normally let on, okay? We are actually just the same. You really can be dealing like a Two of Cups person, maybe. What does Gemini's dark side want to tell them, please? What is Gemini's dark side? We are not right for each other. Man, this is a typical fucking Gemini reading, is it not? We are more alike than I admit, but we are not right for each other. Y'all got to be dealing with a third party or some sort of weird narcissistic kind of trait, because it didn't make any fucking sense already. And normally I can get good sense out of this. It's got to be a Libra or a 2. But again, do not relate this just to your Justice, Libra, not Pisces. Don't just relate this to your partner. Let's see. Any other messages from the dark side for Gemini? I am sorry. It came out again. Sorry, a sad sack of sorry shit. Is what I'm hearing you. Sorry piece of shit. Sorry always seems to be the hardest word for you to say, right? We are so much alike, we actually fucking hate one another. It's got to be your mother. It's got to be your mother is what I'm hearing. It's got to be. It's got to be. Is this your love life, Gemini? Is it the person that we are alike? More than I admit, we are not right for each other, and I'm sorry. It's a bit like, oh, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, I love you, Gemini. And you're like, fuck, that's a weird way of putting it, isn't it? Giving a Steve Ed butt crunch. Yeah, that's all I tell you to hurt you. Really? Fuck is that? I love to hate you like erasure. Came up for another reading, Gemini. Let's see, Gemini. What has Gemini's dark side got to tell them? I never want to feel that way again. Somebody feels absolutely fucking devastated, or Debbie, or Evie. But like, man, I just fucking never want to feel this bad again. Oh dear. Who feels that bad? Some motherfucker. Anyway, what is we are more alike than I admit? Pisces. More than likely you're a mother or a grandmother, waiting on some kind of financial decision, or waiting on this person to approach you because you are more than like one another. Okay. You're actually just like your mother, which is normally what they say. You're just as stubborn and as arrogant as your mother. None of you fucking listen to one another. I'm a poet and I don't even know it. We are not right for each other. Virgo. If any of you struggle around a Virgo or Life Path 9, don't shoot the messenger, because it could be you that has a problem with this person, maybe, I don't know. But that one says we are not right for one another. We never seem to get on the same page of a book. We can't even read one, just like me, because I'm dyslexic. Okay, but like, we never seem to get on the same page whatsoever, and we are really not compatible. You might think we are, but we're really not. Okay, so it might be around a Pisces for a lot of you if I say not. But that's where it says it. Why does that say that with that Nine of Cups? Tell me more about this Nine of Cups. Four of Cups. Scorpio or Aries, or Life Path 4, Life Path 9. Someone that you really fucking struggle with and you're like, I don't care. We just don't get on. We really just don't get on, right? We don't. So we are not right for each other. It doesn't matter how many times we've tried. You keep asking me, you keep talking to me. Do you not get the fact that when I don't talk to you, that's because I don't? Now, don't relate this to your love lives if you're getting on really well with a person and you're speaking to them. and some fucking lunatic in the background go, that must be my boyfriend that I love. No, keep contact of your fucking mind here, right? Somebody in your life, anybody, take anybody you like and think that's the person that's as arrogant and as stupid as shit that I can't get through to, and they see me in that exact same light. We can never seem to get on. They keep asking me for money. They keep asking me, trying to get my attention, always, and I'm not interested. I don't want to give you information about my life. That's why I come up like, I ain't got time. Just no, like no. Stop asking, please. Just stop keep asking me. Just get out. You know, just get out of my way. I'm just busy. I've got stuff to do. I can't be asked to sit and talk to you. Okay, you might not be nasty. It's just me coming across as a fucking channeler. Okay, but somebody that you're just really not interested in. Okay, or then really not interested in you. I don't know, right? Or Alchemy, or Natalie. I don't know. But somebody that keeps asking someone all of the time, look, oh, no, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 4, again. Scorpio Aries, you're all coming up against resistance here. So I am sorry. Here, I want your dick. It's just big dick energy, bruv. That's what it is. I'm sorry, but here, have that wand, Harry. So some of you are in love with your partner. It's just sporadic messaging. You could have choices and options, or they have. There could be a mother or someone in your life that you don't talk to, but your love life's going well. Okay, I'm sorry. I want another opportunity. Let's talk. Let's speak about it. It's also reconciliation of family. You don't get on, then you do. Then you don't. Then you do. Then you don't. Then you do. Then you don't. And some of us do have them, and then you're like, yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Yes, we do. No, no, no. And you just go around the same cycle. Ace of Wands. 5 of Cups. Bullshit. Sagittarian or Taurus placement, maybe. Again, I'm sorry, but again, no. This person's not interested. Sorry, whoever it is, Trevor, don't know. This comes to a 9 as well here. There's an energy of someone that may have a placement of 9. They may have. Or it could be the person that has a placement of 9 that's saying no. Okay, but again, it is a good energy because it is being told no. I'm not manipulated enough to stay around to make me feel bad. Even though if you feel down and you're making me feel guilty for you feeling bad, I can't keep carrying your guilt. If you feel guilty for something, I can't do anything about that. Only you can. But I am not going to feel guilty by doing this again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Yeah, but I feel bad the fact that, well, I can't do anything about that. You're going to have to start doing that yourself. I'm not a guilty pleasure, okay? I'm not just here for convenience of you just treating me like a wet rag to the fact that, you know, we can talk, then we split up, then we break up, or we speak, we don't talk, I don't want to know, then I do, then I do, then I don't. It is nothing but confusing. And then you're sorry for what you said. Well, stop speaking to me, because when you say things is when this happens. So what's the best thing to do? Not speak. Not speak. Okay? Because we are not right for each other. We just are not equivalently on the right page. Okay? So I'm sorry, but that ain't good enough. All right, you can apologise, but again, just stop doing that. But don't do it again. Okay? So it's one of those hell loops that you get stuck in. Now, if this happens to be your love life, right, and you or they or anybody has been battering someone's head in to say, look, you know, do you want to go out? Do you want to go out? And they say no. Stop asking them, right, here. Take a friend, take a mother, take a brother, take a sister, fuck whoever you like, okay? I never want to feel that way again. Rich? Abundant? Happy? I don't want to feel that way. See, behind the shadows could be the fact that someone is never all right and they have everything. They have money, they have love, they have a house, they have a home, they can breathe, you know, they have a mortgage or a paid mortgage, and they have everything that they can desire in life. But they're still not ever fucking happy with what they have. Every day do I get up and I am so grateful. The fact that I have coffee, I have water in the tap, I have a car, I have a house, I have a home, I'm warm, I have clothes, I have a job. I am so happy the fact that I am literally just grateful to be able to open my eyes and start another day. Every day am I grateful for just being on earth here. I love my life. I do. And if any of you are not in that situation, then it's going to take some work, because there may be someone here that has all of this and they're still not even happy for the small things in life. Okay, they probably treat money as disrespect. Okay, so I never want to feel that way again in a relationship. So if you guys have been in a very awful time of a relationship with this, someone's just really not interested in it. They don't want to feel, they don't want someone close to them. They don't want to let someone into their life. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, Chariot. This is not me. But Life Path 7 or Chariot. So I never want, you see, that's why this person here is not being paid attention to. Because I don't want you to make me feel shit. I don't want you to make me feel down. It might be the fact that someone has a car, they have a house, and you go through this argument because one or two of you may or may not have a car. The other person uses money through, okay, well, I'm going to give you a lift and I take you everywhere, but I'm also going to make you feel this way. And then you're like, oh, fuck, but I really need your car. Or I really need you for that, but I know that when we talk, we don't get on emotionally. We don't get on an emotional level, because we always fucking end up this way. We don't get on an emotional level, but we actually get on a physical level, which is like, when we don't speak, we get on. When we do, like, and then you're like, man, I really don't want to reach out to this person and say, can I borrow your car? Or can I just have a lift somewhere? Okay. And they're like, yeah, go on, then I'll give you a lift. And then you're like, okay, but I want a relationship. No, I just need you for your car. I don't want a loving relationship. Or like, you've just battered each other off, constantly going around in cycles where one is using one emotionally and the other one is using someone on the physical level for either money or a car. Yeah, right. I mean, it happens. It does. It happens in families, you know. It can happen where you get on with a person and you have an argument and you really just do not get on with them at all. But then when something happens and the ego takes place, you realise that you actually do need that person for a lift. And you can't get a lift unless you either, one, get a taxi, you get a taxi and you pay for it, or you ask this person to use their car and they say, oh no, I'm not going to give you a lift because we had an argument over Richard's dick. And you're like, what? Why do you have to bring that up? I'm just asking you a plain simple question. Can you just give me a lift? Oh, well, no. You had a go at me the other day because of something. All right then, fuck Felicia, don't. I'll get a taxi. Right? It's kind of like that sort of thing, and you just go into these little spats about cars and fucking like, oh God, you only use me for my car, don't you? And it's like, well, yeah, because you just use me for money. You're like, well, if I'm giving you money, at least you can do is give me a fucking lift. You're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, anyway, that's just a little bit of entertainment for you guys. Now, if you want to join the full access bundle, stick around, because people will normally ask me. It tells you all below. Patron is going to give you a weekly with this and clarified, okay? And then we're going to look into messages of closure of love. So it can come up as different reading all together, okay? All together. This could be something that's going on in your life. This could be something that you've definitely got coming up within the week that involves your love life. Or that is your love life, this be your family. Whichever way, we look into 2 readings for you, okay? And we've got other decks that we also kind of use and give you messages of love and also closure and all that sort of stuff. Right, then you also get, after this week, you get 1 week that is only over on Patreon. Just only over on Patreon. 1 week. So basically, as I do every sign, they'll only appear up over on the full access bundle. Okay, and that is something that I give you after the first week. And then we go into the month and then the next week at the end. But we give 1 exclusive reading to patrons. Okay, you can find that link provided below, but it is the full access bundle only. Okay, so basically this one is going to be your weekly reading with tarot, clarified, and then messages of closure and love. Okay, so that's what you'll have coming up for the week. Thank you so much, Gemini, or Capricorn, or Life Path 6, if that's how you're watching it. But you have all of that accessibility of knowledge also over on Patreon, where you can find so many different messages if you follow me in Numerology of Number. Okay, Okay. All right, guys. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.